Subscribers to this channel may share my bias for planning the financial aspects of retirement. Financial topics are fun, but they're also quite simple most of the time. What may be much harder to plan for is the psychological aspects of retirement. This is where Fritz Gilbert's book excels. Keys to a Successful Retirement doesn't emphasize the financial aspects of retirement as much as many other books do. It more strongly emphasizes living purposefully and happily in retirement. The author warns that his fifth and final chapter is the most important in the book. The fifth chapter is titled, Embracing Passion to Create Your Ideal Retirement. This chapter title illustrates how this book is different from others that are like it. Chapter 5 highlights the need to experiment with different interests, preferably prior to retiring. It reminds us how normal it is to abandon hobbies and activities after a short while of trying them out. The author suggests that we embrace this. It's a normal part of the process of finding our passions and discovering what we aren't interested in. Inevitably, some of the activities we try will become enduring passions that last for several years, and others will become boring and ignored after a short while. To underscore why this book is so valuable for those who recognize the need to plan for the psychological aspects of retirement, let me share selections from the author's end-of-book summary. Here are some of the key suggestions in that list of 24 items that the author includes at the end of the book. First, spend years planning for your retirement. Planning for retirement is too important to be treated as an afterthought or a last-minute bit of rushed thinking. Second, don't neglect the non-financial aspects of retirement. Third, take some lengthy trips to anywhere you're thinking about moving to in retirement. Vacationing in an area is very different from living there. Fourth, plan ahead for how your relationships will change in retirement. Fifth, establish new relationships that you can cultivate while retired. The author's emphasis on cultivating good relationships is key because research tells us that quality relationships substantially influence our life satisfaction. Sixth, keep learning to enjoy a sense of self-improvement, progress, and purpose. These 6 items aren't taken verbatim from the author's list. Some of them are blended between several different points that the author made. But this selective list of the author's main points gives you an idea of some of the valuable contents of Keys to a Successful Retirement. One way in which this book sets itself apart from other retirement planning books is in how specific the practical advice is. Most retirement planning books I've read have recommended keeping to-do lists. But in this book, you get very specific ideas about what kind of lists you might need. For example, in Chapter 4, the author lists 3 legal documents you should begin preparing if you haven't already. In the same chapter, he recommends the intriguing idea of spouses listing bucket list items that they will fulfill together in retirement. I have to applaud the author's meticulous writing. As publishing a book has become easier than ever, I see too many good ideas these days that are getting buried in carelessly written paragraphs. This book, in contrast, shows all the signs of careful design and strong editing. This makes it much more fun to get through the book on a weekend afternoon, and that's about how long it takes. Have you read Fritz Gilbert's book? Or do you have a similar book that you would recommend? I hope you'll let us know in the comments because subscribers to the Multicollinearity channel are eager to learn as much as possible about living well in retirement.